Hello, welcome back. I have been MIA for a month, busy with the shop and the holidays and everything, but I have still been planning the whole time. I really wanted to do a whole setup video, which I've never done before, but time got away from me, and it was actually really therapeutic to just quietly set things up on my own. So I will show you my setup and my spreads for the past month, and we'll plan for the first week of 2025. So first, here's how my 2024 Hemlock and Oak turned out. She's chubby. She got big, but the binding held up nicely. People ask me a lot with the book bound planners how they hold up with a lot of stickers and stuff, and it does fine. I also, though, don't take it anywhere. It stays in my cover and at my desk, and so it doesn't travel, so I don't know anything about that. So let's see. When was the last time I planned with you guys? I think it was this one. Okay. So it was the week of Thanksgiving. Planned this, went well, looks good. I love how it turned out, especially with the bows. Wow, that was a busy week. And then it only got busier and busier because I had Black Friday, which was an amazing success. As always, you guys always make it awesome. And then the first week of December happened. And so I was catching up on the Black Friday orders. I filmed some reels and stuff. And then I listed my custom names. So this week I was much too busy to decorate much. So I just used my new Coffee Monsters Co. washi and a little bit of buffalo plaid. And I like how it turned out, simple but effective. I listed custom names, and then we were super busy with that. The following week is similar. I was very busy again, so I used some washi, filled it in, did the custom names, had some fun with the fam. The holidays were starting to kick in with Thanksmas. That's extended family get together we have between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then the week before Christmas came, my mother-in-law came into town to visit for a week, and we did all of the holiday stuff. I actually got all the presents wrapped before Christmas Eve, which is like, I think, a first for my husband and I. And then the week of Christmas, it's a little less written in because I tried to focus on family and stuff. It's really hard to get work done, even as a small business owner, through the holidays. But I did successfully finish the new release for January just in time for a reveal yesterday, and I'm really proud of it. So that's it for this planner. I can't believe it. This is my second Hemlock and Oak, and I've been doing this planning on the internet thing since 2017, and I seriously don't think I have ever filled in every single week. So yay for me for doing it. I did it every single week of 2024. I filled in. Very excited and looking forward to next year, with plans in the planner, my shop, etc. I will do a flip through of some of my favorite spreads from the year in another video, hopefully soon. So yeah, so let's get to the setup for 2025. I'll miss you. Okay, so for 2025, I'm in the same planner, a Hemlock and Oak, dated weekly. I say dated because the undated, I think, are a different size and a little different. Dailies are different, of course. So it's a dated weekly. And then, if you guys have been following along, one of my New Year's resolutions, or I guess I should say the New Year's resolution, um, is to journal every day. I had been journaling a little bit, if you remember, in my planner last year to start the habit, and then I cut it off to see how I liked planning without that little bit of journaling, and it worked out. So I do have my Hobonichi Techo. Called it Techo in another video, and my friend gently reminded me or told me that was incorrect. I'm not a Hobonichi expert, so then, of course, I chose my cute stickers to put on the cover. Love how it turned out. Of the year, Taylor Swift reference. This is It's funny how it's like Taylor Swift and then my emo high school phase. When I was younger, I was very big into Dashboard Confessional. And when I saw this sticker a couple years ago, I just like died. So I had to grab it. And then this one is, I can't remember where this one's from, Unicorn Eclipse. And it's a bagel because bagels are amazing and carbs, and it's everything I've ever dreamed of, which is perfect for 2025. So that is basically the setup for this one. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to have more creative time with this journal and more content to film and post for you guys. And I am really looking forward to how it's going to turn out. I have my Coffee Monsters Co. booty clip here. So yeah, I am hoping basically to write, memories of the day, thoughts of the day, and if I run out of anything, I have prompts that I can follow. Also, for Christmas, Forrest got me an HP Sprocket, my first little baby photo printer. I've never had one before, so I am really excited to also add photos to this journal. So that's going to be really cool for the first time ever. So yeah, that's it. And for this, I think I'm going to use a fountain pen. So last time I planned with you, I was testing out other pens, and I tried the Pilot. No, I tried some random brand. Remember, I don't think I even have them anymore. I gave them to Avery, and they were too thick, and they really upset me. And then I tried the Pilot, no, Uniball 1F or P. Which one is which? Anyways, I have both of these, and they're so cute, and I really like them, but they skip like crazy for me. I don't know if I don't know how to use a pen right or store them correctly, but they skip like crazy. And all it did was help me realize my Kaweco, however you pronounce it, fountain pens are the loves of my life and probably what I'm going to be sticking with all year. Love the one you're with is not my belief. Stick with what works. So I have two for the year, one in my journal and one in my planner. And yeah, I'm happy with them and I like them. I guess once you go fountain pen, you never go back because I have tried other pens since and I just loathe them. Okay, so the piece de resistance, my 2025 Hemlock and Oak. I chose this light linen cover this year. I am torn on it because when I was picking my color, initially my first ever Hemlock and Oak was this gorgeous emerald green pop of color beauty. And then last year I went with the camel, which was more of a neutral. I was debating whether I should stick with a neutral or go back to a pop of color. It came down between this one, a black one, and a dark green one. And I really liked that this foiling was going to be black. I thought it looked really cool on the book and it popped. Unfortunately, Hemlock and Oak had an issue with this specific cover, the way this foiling looked in black on this cover, and so they switched it with white, and it made me sad because I don't like how it looks with the white. But c'est la vie, it is what it is. I still love the inside, and that's what counts, isn't it? With everybody, the inside is what counts. Okay, so I always put a little sticker here. Last year I put one here. I think it's the same brand, Stay Home Club, that I used last year. And then this year I love the strawberries. I like the contrast of the black on the light cover. I don't know, it's just a way I personalize my cover modestly. I don't like to cover the whole thing, but I like a little pop of whatever. So I set it up already and I included tabs. Now, this is probably not popular and some of you are probably like, what are you doing? But I put tabs on my monthly. I put it on the January overview. As you can see, I used the Coffee Monsters Co tabs. I think they're so cute. I love the colors. But I don't know if it's ADHD. I don't know what it is, sensory thing, whatever. I cannot stand when I have tabs and through the year they get bent and sad. And even though I don't take this anywhere, I'm terrified of that happening and me having regrets. So for years, as long as I've ever used tabs, I put them flush against the page. I always have. I think I first did it when I used to use Passion Planner, and a shop offered flush tabs, and I just like the way it looks. I can still find them. I can't see it, but I know generally where June is. See, and I could find it, and it still breaks it up for me. Um, and I like them, and I like that it's flush, and I won't have to worry about them bending on me all year. So yeah, so I already added the tabs. Also, last year you might have noticed I did try to start using my monthly view, which I never ever ever had used before. I guess I should say I went on and off back in my Happy Planner days and stuff, but this year, not until late this year, did I start using it with pencil. And so I bought the Coffee Monsters Co. monthly set so I could decorate each month with a set idea, set theme that matches the tab, and for my month, and to encourage me to look at it and plan out my month and write in it. Besides pencil, that's what I used to do. I used to scribble in pencil. Maybe I'll do pen. Maybe I'll still do pencil. I don't know. But I like how this turned out. This is the cousin, I think, size. I think it was the closest size I could find to this one. Maybe not. Maybe there was a better one that I just didn't feel like measuring and figuring out. Let me know if there's a better one. But I still like the way it turns out, and I don't mind. So this is this month's theme, January, for the Coffee Monsters Co. monthly spread. Okay, so the first week of January, the first week of 2025. Last night, Forrest and I, okay, you tell me if this is insanity. It was just the teachings or the opinion of someone who does not plan. Because I said, oh, it's my first week in my new planner. And he's like, why? It doesn't start until Wednesday. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put the first week of a new year in my previous planner. That's insanity. Then I'd start a new planner with the second week. That's bananas. And he's like, no, why don't you? This is this is enraging me even still. It's like, why don't you plan the first 2 days in your old planner and then wait until Wednesday to do these? Because it starts the new year. And I'm like, so I would have these 2 days empty? He's like, yeah. Oh my God. I about lost it. I was like, whoa, that makes no sense. What are you talking about? And he was very serious, and I was so upset. I just could not believe. And I was like, what if the first is on a Sunday? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what? Anyways, needless to say, I told him he was insane and ignored him, and we'll be planning the first week of January today in my new planner. So, of course, because it's the first week, I have to use my 2025 stickers from my shop. Happy New Year festivities. And then I have a champagne alcohol ink that matches it really nicely. And then some New Year quotes. And I have this little washi with gold stars that I love from Simply Gilded that I use all the time. I'm sure you've seen it. So yeah, I thought I'd add some more sparkle and stuff to the spread. Okay. So, okay. It took me a lot of energy to muster up like filming this today because I just was like off and haven't filmed a plan with me. It's definitely one of those things for me where you have to keep going just for consistency and stay motivated, that if I take too many weeks off, then getting back to it is so hard. So, okay, so we have Happy New Year banner. Do we want it up here blocking every morning? That's fine, because I mean, the kids are off and stuff. We're not doing anything until the 9 o'clock hour, really, anyways. So we could put that up there. And then we have a clock, champagne, and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay. So let's start sticking. I hope all your holidays were fabulous in whatever way you prefer, with family, without family, whatever you enjoy, I hope happened for you. My mother-in-law came in from North Carolina. The kids were really excited to spend a week with her. It was nice having her around. She's very helpful when she's here, which is like, I like to think that I'll model myself after her in the mother-in-law department, with that part of the mother-in-law department, that when I show up, I will be helpful. I mean, no one demands it of her, but she's always turning around and doing dishes and picking up and encouraging the kids to do the same, which is really, really nice. Especially when she's the guest. So we had her. We had a great Christmas, spent with family and everybody. Pretty. And yeah, people got what they wanted. I got that HP sprocket like I showed you. We have a couple. I think we have one more present on the way. There was something up with Avery's wish list this year. I think now that there's social media and stuff with these kids, I know maybe I'll sound like some old fogey here, but these people go on. Let's see which quote. Sorry, hold on. The best is yet to come. Anyways, so on social media, I had this experience with Avery, not so much Luke. So I don't know about girls versus boys or if it's an age thing. But now people put their wish lists on social media, and then they apparently all want the same thing, and then it's sold out. So, like, a few things on Avery's list were sold out. One's an IOU because it still never came back in stock, and the other is will be here, I think, next week. Cute. I don't know if I should put the champagne on this side. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, then we have new releases. I posted a video yesterday. I can only by the grace of God was I able to post that yesterday, because like I said, it was really hard to work during the holidays and with my mother-in-law here and the kids home and all that stuff. And I was able to pull off my releases. I drew everything in 3 days. I think that was the quickest I've ever drawn any of them ever. Now this is scary. This I wasn't sure how I was going to do these stickers, because for me, I like not having to line things up because it's just easier if it's printed straight and then I don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, if I print them as one sticker, there's so much white between. And if people want to do it vertically or crooked or something, they'd have to cut it themselves. So this year I separated them for you. Oh, I forgot to do a thing, which I like, but it's a little tense when I'm trying to line them up straight, for me personally. I've seen people do the ruler trick. Have you seen that? Where they stick them all on a ruler really straight and then they put the ruler down and like transfer it somehow. I've never been slick enough to do that, that's for sure. So, do you guys do New Year's resolutions or one little word? I guess I'm going to have to take this guy all the way off, which is not going to be easy to put him back because he's curly now. Anyways, I tried one little word for years because that's like the kind of fad thing, cool planner thing to do, and it never worked for me. I forgot it by Valentine's Day. And then I've always had New Year's resolutions where, I think that on the new year I'm going to wake up a completely different person and do all this stuff that I've never ever done before. So now I don't think of like New Year's resolutions to change everything. I think of it as like with the journaling. Even though I technically started it last year, I feel like one easy or manageable thing, like read more books, is like nice and not so much pressure, you know. But whatever works for you works for you. I'm sure some people say it needs to be more specific, but I enjoy just a general merriment, general tone of newness and possibilities and not so much pressure. Okay. Eek. Happy. Let's try this again. These curved ones are hard because you want both ends of the sticker at the top in the same place-ish. Yay! That's cute. Okay. Let's add some stars. Cuteness. I'm going to add a little more. Let's see about this guy. I want a little more alcohol ink. You know, you guys adore the alcohol ink. You go crazy for them. My best sellers always. But man, I barely use them myself. I don't know why. I guess I forget, or I don't know. I should use them more. I also have goals. I guess I shouldn't call them New Year's resolutions. It's more goals for the shop this year. And I try not to stress myself out too much with them. Whatever, if it's working, it works kind of thing. But this year, I would love to do an advent calendar for the holidays. That would be fun. Haha, it being on the washi made that easier. Until I ripped it in half. See, I'm a little rusty here. Okay. So veto on that quote. It got too demolished. There we go. Wrinkling that first page of the new year. There we go. Let's switch it to the champagne and stuff, I think. Shall we make the glasses cheersing? Is that a verb? Or like that. And then we'll stick some stickers around. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in a couple years, but champagne is like symbolic of the new year, I think. There we go. Gorge. Love it. And then I'm going to put a quote over here. I used 2 whole sheets of stickers. Who am I? I like this little one. It's a good year to have a good year. Just one simple quote. Or New Year's say me because I'm fabulous. I enjoy that one too. And it fits perfectly there. I think I've done this one before. Do I need to cover? Let's cover this. There we go. Oops, I just rolled off some of it. There we go. Yay! I like how it turned out. Very simple, very quick, easy. Perfect way to start the new year, if you ask me. I still do like this. It's a good year to have a good year. Let's just put it down here as a little, or over here. Oh, that's cute. Just under the year. As a tiny little reminder. Okay. It is a good year to have a good year. And that'd be a good slogan for the tire company. Anyways. Okay, so now I only have the washi there, which I've got to say I do not like. But do I want to? I don't want to risk it. You can hardly see it. And later, if push comes to shove, oh, that's what I'll do. Instead of risking the stickies, I'm just going to cut it off around the stickers. That's smart. Gorgeous. Oh, I cannot wait to journal. I'm hoping, because I'm going to be journaling every day. That's my goal. Which sometimes when I say it, I feel like it's a lot of pressure, but I mean, we'll see how elaborate they are or not. But I'm hoping that maybe once a week I'll have time to film one of my journaling spreads. It'll be fun. Avery got into journaling this year, just a couple weeks ago. I told her, I'm like, journaling's good to just, like, for her kind of journal, not memory keeping or anything like that, but to just get all your thoughts and stuff, like, out of your brain. I'm like, just write down everything you're thinking about. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to make sense, it doesn't have to be complete sentences. And then when you're done, you can just burn it. She's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So she's like, will you get me a journal? I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Look at my collection. So she looked at all of my Archer and Olive journals and I prepared to sacrifice even my favorite if that's the one she chose. But she chose one that I probably was never going to use. And it was the Simply Gilded collab because it has pink paper. And she just loved the bow on it and loved the pink paper. So I was like, excellent. It wasn't my favorite. And now that one that I probably wouldn't use is going to good use. Okay. Gorgeous perfection. Love it. Chef's kiss. Okay, so let's fill in for yesterday and today. Let's move some stuff around. Okay, so yesterday was the 30th, and for worky work, I had to build the sheets for the reveal. Computer. I had to build the sheets for the reveal and then print them, cut them, adjust the color as needed before I filmed the reveal. So let's put this guy, let's use a dark gray here. My trusty dusty fountain pen. Okay, then I had to film video of the reveal. Let's change this. It's taking up too much room and I'm going to be too far down. later. Then I always have to remember to post on Instagram to send you over here in case you don't have notifications or whatever. So I have to take pictures and do stuff for that too. Then we chilled and I had a couple other tasks. I finally remembered to order Dean's school pictures. I usually give them away for Christmas, like give them not as a present, but because I see all the family. Now I'm gonna have to mail everything because I didn't order them in time. Then for Din Din, we had pasta. Okay, so that's gonna be today. I mean yesterday. Then today, other stuff I've done or have to do. It's actually really late today for filming this because, like I said, I had to muster up the excitement and then I had to wait for Dean to come. I mean, Luke, Forrest to get home because the kids are home and so he can keep them quiet while I film. And somewhere in here, I'm going to have to find time to watch Wicked again. I saw Wicked. I did not put that in my recap. Avery and I were so paranoid because she saw so many TikToks of people singing along before it was the sing-along version. And I felt like they were ruining it. And I was terrified that I was going to go to a showing that people had seen it and will sing, I don't know, anxiety, whatever. And so we went at 9:40 at night to an empty theater to watch it. And it was amazing. And now I need to buy it so I can watch it 8,000 more times. Okay. So then for Patreon shipping is a little late this month because of the holidays. So I have to get these out real quick. Okay, then Forrest got home early because tomorrow is his day off, and then I was able to finally film. So now I will use this cute little guy. For the rest of the week, we have tomorrow. Forrest surprised me with tickets to the Kings game, LA Kings hockey, which whenever he gets tickets, whenever he gets his hands on tickets, which he has a good friend who's very generous, a saint who gives him seats all the time because the guy has season seats. But if like there's conflict with like a USC game, there's so few USC games, he'll choose the USC game and give Forrest the tickets or whatever. So generous, so sweet, kind. Forrest rotates taking the kids. And so he would take, the boys if he got 3 tickets or just Avery if he got 1 ticket, whatever. And I never got to go anymore because the kids love it. They get alone time with dad. And Forrest and I, when we were dating, that's all we did. He had season seats back then. And we always were going to Kings games. It was like the best. And it was our thing and we went all the time, and now I barely go. And he actually got tickets from work. Here's a little tip. If you live in a city with a sport and it's a lesser sport or lesser team. So in LA, everyone dies for the Lakers, kills for the Dodgers, will, murder for USC, whatever. Um, if you like the Kings, or maybe if you like LAFC for like soccer or something, people who don't know any other hockey fans will always give the tickets to you because you're the only person they know who likes it. Anyways, I can't tell you how many times Forrest has gotten tickets because somebody got them, didn't want them, couldn't go, and knew he loves hockey. And so they're like, give him to Forrest, give him to Forrest. So that happened at work. Someone had tickets. They're like, I'm not going. Do you want them? So, of course, he always says yes. So now I get to go. I'm so excited. We make a day of it. We go down, have lunch, sit in our seats, watch the game. I don't even know who they're playing. The Devils? I think they're playing the Devils. Um, but yeah, I get to go to a King game tomorrow. What a way to start. This is it for the first week of 2025. So satisfying to be writing in a new planner. Also, here's a little tip. So when you have the thicker side on the right at the end of the week and you need to write and you're like, oh. And then most of the time I write in my lap, so like putting something here doesn't really work. Here's the trick. And some of you will cringe at this, and some of you will say that's brilliant. Whatever floats your boat. This is what I do. And I cannot believe it took me so many years of planning and having this issue to figure it out, but I did. You pull the page up farther on and then write. And yes, it does add a little bit of a curl, but when you close your planner next week, you won't even notice it. So that is it. Welcome 2025. Happy New Year. Happy new planner. I am so excited. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.